Yeah, just cleaning my phone to get the case on it so I can use MagSafe. Just one thing I wish this phone had built in was a magnet so I could use the magnetic features or accessories. Alrighty, now that it's all said and done, I have my case on my phone so I can use the MagSafe accessories because I'm going to be recording some stuff on it. And so, having my morning coffee, I watched a little bit of YouTube in bed because I was having some trouble getting out of bed. And it's still early, probably tell them, but my voice is not even warmed up yet. But yeah, just getting the day started with the S25 Edge. Oh, and the battery after watching YouTube for maybe 40 to 45 minutes is at 95%. One of the things that I do in the morning is that I check my mail, my email. And in terms of battery usage, this is not one of those things that's going to drain the battery. It's one of the more mundane tasks you can do on a phone. Easy task for the phone to do. And that's my cat Reggie knocking things down because that's his pastime. Gotta love it. What my cat ended up dropping was my Buds 3 Pro. I always forget how they say it. And this might be a good durability test for the Buds 3 Pro. Buds Pro 3. I don't know. Alrighty, so I'm actually in my hot car because I want to show you this before I started it. So, torture test for me as well. So with the Samsung, there's modes and routines. I want to show you the way I use it, which has been awesome for me because I don't use Android Auto unless I'm going on a long trip because I'm more of a wireless person. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to turn on the car, and then the modes and routines is going to automatically start Spotify as soon as the car connects to the phone or the phone to the car. So I think it's very useful and one of my favorite ways of using modes and routines. Alright, so let's turn the camera around. So we got the phone on, nothing playing. Okay, Google started. Alright, so I'm turning on the car. And it'll take a second for the car to boot up the Bluetooth, but you'll see as soon as media not available, and that's something that I would always get. And I want to start Spotify on my own manually, and then you'll see here in a second. There you go, I just connected to Bluetooth and it started playing Spotify already. Super useful, one of my favorite ways to use it. And you can do the same thing, like let's say you want to have a routine when you get home, like maybe when it connects to your Wi-Fi at home, it goes into like a low power mode because you don't really need it to be all that attentive or something. You could do that too. So there's different ways of using the modes and routines. One, to save battery, and two, for convenience, in which I use both, honestly. I actually have one for work that during work hours it's on a low power mode and to turn off the always on display so I don't get as many distractions when I'm working. Alright, so I just noticed my battery is at 89% at 10:36, so it was unplugged at 8 o'clock. Under normal use, I've watched about 40 minutes of YouTube like I did in the morning. Then I went through my email. I recorded a small video there of me doing some push-ups, nothing too intense, and it's doing really well on battery. And it'll continue. Like, this is the type of usage I think this phone's really made for because of the battery size, and of course because it's thin, so it's gonna heat up a bit faster. This type of usage is gonna let this phone last pretty much all day for almost anyone. I have seen where people complain even with the S25 Ultra only lasting a few hours, but that has to be either an issue with reception because that burns a lot of battery, or just some app that's eating up the battery. Under normal use, if you have decent reception, you really shouldn't have a battery issue with any modern phone, honestly. Alrighty, so doing a battery check-in now, and it's at 76% at 1:28 p.m. So, I mean, the battery is looking like it's easy to last me all day, obviously because I'm not doing anything crazy or haven't done anything crazy yet. But I did leave it recording a video. Actually, I forgot I was recording, so it went on for like 8 minutes. So it actually took up a bit of battery. That by itself probably took around 4% battery. So, I mean, at this point, 76% for the rest of the day. I'm not feeling any pressure. It seems like it's gonna make it pretty easily. But yeah, that's the check-in, and I'll show you the video while I'm talking about this. Alright, so it's been a minute since I do a battery check-in, and it's now at 48%, and it's just after 6 o'clock p.m. So the battery is looking good, obviously, but it also hasn't been an extremely heavy day. So I guess the heaviest thing I've done is recording videos, and that is pretty intense. But I also did a couple of edits on some photos. But basically, that's pretty much been the most intense thing I've done. So I'm gonna read a little bit now, and I'm going to watch a movie on Netflix, and then we'll see where the battery is after that. So I actually skipped one of my check-ins, and so I want to revisit that one. And at 9:15 p.m. the phone reached 26%. And basically I watched an entire movie, Jurassic Park, the original one, which is about 2 hours long, and recorded a few more videos with the camera. So 26% with about usually 2 hours remaining seems like a pretty good amount of battery remaining. And also, now that I got home around the 11:30, the battery is at 18%. I didn't really do much after that, basically maybe a couple more videos and I think one picture, so it wasn't much more activity after that. I also connected to the Bluetooth on my car on the way home, so just a few more semi-light to light activities, and basically wasted about 8% battery for 2.5 hours worth of use, basically. So the finishing percentage being at 18% is, I guess passable, considering it had about 5 hours of screen on time. I would say it's passable, but obviously this is going to be on the lower end of what anyone would really want for a full day's worth of battery. But I'm not done with this phone yet, because I want to do another full day event like this, but with some of the battery saving features that I had recorded before. So stay tuned for that one. It'll be up probably the next video, so pretty shortly after this one, and hopefully it actually has a pretty big difference. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you sticking around, and I'll see you on the next one.